This video we are going to talk about the redirects, how URLs got redirected, that we are going to uh, debug or see through request library. For that we are importing the request library and we're trying to send a HTTP pin site redirect URL. For that we need to provide the URL and the status code. So if you go to this http://pin.org site, we can see redirects. There are many redirect endpoints they have described, but we are trying to do this endpoint get uh, request on slash redirect hyphen 2. So in order to send a get request to this endpoint, we need to pass parameters URL and status code. So URL is a string and status code is an int. So this is the endpoint for HTTP bin redirect endpoint. So when some client send request to this endpoint with the URL they want to get redirected and the status code 302, then the HTTP bin.org will redirect the request to the URL we have provided. So this case, in order to pass the parameters, we are creating a payload with the URL as google.com. So this is the URL we want the HTTP bin.org to redirect to. Uh, so as per their rule, they need to get the status code as 302. So we are passing that too. And now we can send a get request. This one we have seen in our previous videos, uh, tutorial on how to send get request, that we can simply use request.get with the URL we want, endpoint we want to send the request, and the parameters here is the payload we have set up. If you have this set up, then we can send the request and we can start checking the response. Here we will get the actual response we got from http bin.org, and we also want to check the history of the how our request has been redirected. So it will give the history where we actually requested and where it has been gone. So the last, in order to see the actual URL they have redirected, so that we can see through r.url, but history will give the all the previous uh, requests we have sent. So we also want to verify the content from google.com, so that we are printing here with r.content. So if you have this, we can save this and run it through start debugging. So I haven't set up a breakpoint, so can kill this session, and I'm setting a breakpoint here and starting it again. So the request is here. We are importing the request library. Moving on to this one, we are setting the payload, and here we are actually sending the request. Now we want to see what is the response we got on this request. So we got 200, that means the request was successful, but we want to see what is the history. So actually the history stores this URL. This is the http.org actual URL we requested with the payload. Uh, the URL we have google.com and the status code. So, but the actual response we got from this URL, it is google.com. And if you want to see the content, so this is the content we got from google.com. It's an HTML content. So if you paste this into an HTML and view it through browser, it will be same as our google.com response. That's all I want to cover in this video. I just want to show how the URL redirects works. Thank you for watching this video. We will see in the next tutorial. Thank you.